Welcome back to the show. This is Chris and this is Self Wealth Crypto. Today we will be discussing horizontal support and resistant lines. All right, so as I said, we'll be looking at horizontal support and resistant lines today. When you are working with those horizontal support and resistant lines, you're looking for strong price reaction in the markets. Is basically what it's gonna show you. So how do you do horizontal support and resistant lines? Well, as you can see right now, I currently have Bitcoin to USD on the weekly. So what you want to do just to get those lines out there really quickly is come on over to the toolbar and click on trend lines. You have to double click it or hold the click down until it pops up. And you want to go down to where it says horizontal line. And you just click on it. So how do you do it now? Now that you have your tool set up, I like to have my magnet so it kind of snaps to either, the wicks or the bodies. All right, so how do you do that? We're going to open it up. We're just going to go to the daily here for now, just so it's a little bit easier. And then click auto so it adjusts. I'm going to bring it up here. And let's just use this section right here, I guess, for now. Right, we'll go right here. Yeah, this looks like a good spot. This should work. All right, so what we're gonna do is go from the top of this area. We'll use bodies just because they're more closing time frames, right? So make sure you got your horizontal ray on. Snap to the top of a body in an area and click on it. I'm going to make sure my line's a little more visible. So we're just going to use a solid line instead of a dotted line. All right, so that's our top. And then you're going to click on your horizontal line again. Make sure it's on horizontal line. And you're going to find a bottom area for this range in here that we're working with. So that would be, looks like somewhere in here. If we're not using the wicks, we're using bodies for this explanation. And we drop our line in there. And then we can just bring it all up a little bit closer so you can really get a good view. All right, so before we get into some details, I don't have to explain. The top line is your resistance, your area of resistance. And the bottom line is your support in your area. So resistance, support. Now, how do you know that these are solid lines of resistance and support? Well, I'm just going to click over to my pen here for a second. If you see, we have there. We have here, bounces off, right? Bounces off here, bounces off here, bounces off here, bounces off here, right? All these. Those are all support lines. And similarly to up here, if we look, not on the bodies, but even the wicks, right? Hit support. Hit support. This whole area right here, hit support. What if we move over? Here we are again, where we're currently at, right? We're in that area of support line. Let's back that up. I also want to make mention before we go along, oops, didn't mean to do that, that the more times you get these checks of these support and resistant lines, the stronger that indicator. and you want to have a minimum of at least 3. All right, that's for support and resistance. So now, what do traders look for when they're looking at this? All right, so what we're watching for is how many times, for example, oops, let's get rid of that. Control Z to remove, in case you're ever wondering on the keyboard for Windows. I can't remember what it is for Apple. So what we're watching for is when it reaches to that support line, or resistance line in this case, is it touched, it came back down. It touched, it came back down. It touched, it reached over, and came all the way back down. So that's what traders watch for. If they watch for these tests, if you will. It made it to the line, it couldn't do it. It made it to the line, it couldn't do it. It made it to the line, it couldn't do it. And then it started going flipping red, so green to red. This is good entry point for traders to make a short. And then it would have made it to the point of interest in this section, and then you wait a little bit longer and it pumped down. Right, and then it tested up, it couldn't hold, it came back down. And it tested and tested, it tried, it failed, fine, we're going back down. So that's about all we have for our horizontal support and resistance lines on how to find them and how they're used for trading. This has been Self Wealth Crypto. My name is Chris. If you like what you hear, like and subscribe that way, and hit the notification bell so you are aware when we have uploads of our live stream and our TA classes. That's all for now. See you on the next show. Peace.